Hi guys. So, a while ago I went to one of the best countries I would say ever. I went to Japan, or otherwise known as the country of islands. It's made up in a total of 452 different islands, all connected by very large suspension bridges. So, I was there for a while. I stayed with a family for a couple of weeks, and then after that I moved myself over into the Granieva Kato Hotel. It's a 4-star hotel in the heart of Tokyo itself, and the staff was amazing. They're like the nicest people in the world. The rooms were really big and glorious, and the beds were, I would say memory foam, but it felt more like clouds. So I was there from January to March, but I left March for I missed a couple of holidays, so that wasn't as fun, and I really wanted to take part in those. So the family that I stayed with let me take place in a couple of cultural festivities. So this is going to be the cultural part of this video. I got to celebrate in one of their kids their coming of age day, which is the second Monday in every January of every year, and it's for every 20-year-old for them to realize that they've become adults and they need to get rid of the childish habits. This can be called the coming of age day, or Sanjin no Hai. So that's held the second Monday of every January. It's this big glorious thing. There's some religion-based things in there, but I wasn't really involved in the religion because it's not the religion that I'm used to. Although I did get to learn a few things about it. The son that went into the ceremony was the happiest person in the world afterwards, because that means he could go out and get his career and everything like that, because in Japan, if you stay in Japan for university, you can start at least 16. So for those lucky people that got to turn 20 in the past year, they're now the age of majority, or the hatachi. So now we're going to learn something about some holidays. You guys know how we celebrate New Year's Eve on December 31st, sorry. Well, the Japanese actually celebrate it on the actual day of the new year, and they call it the Shogatsu. So once again, it's another big extravagant celebration with the dragons and everything to celebrate the coming of a new year and new beginnings. On March 3rd, which was sadly a holiday that I missed when I departed, there's a festival called the Dolls Festival. Now this is mainly pointed towards females, because way back when, it was for the females to feel like they belong still in society, even though they were pretty much just housewives and they stayed home all day, looked after the kids, did the cooking and cleaning, and so on and so forth. So a lot of people tell me that it's really fun, but for a male to be there makes everything out of place. Continuing, so we're going to go back a step and we're going to go to some of the places that I went to eat. The first place that I went to serves whale meat. I know that it sounds really disgusting and everything, but the way that they cook it, it's really good. It's nice and chewy and everything, and the textures are perfect. The restaurant is called the Kujaira, so if you ever go to Japan, see if you can find it. It's a really nice place. It's not too expensive either. Another great restaurant has a French theme, but it still has the Japanese tilt to it. It's called Sheimatsu Shoto. They incorporate some French dishes, but A lot of them are served with, you could either get the side of sushi with it, or you can just get the regular rice. The culinary skills themselves have improved over the past few millennia. The original diet consisted of only rice, fish, vegetables, soy products, and seaweed. Well, it's changed quite a bit for the better of nutrition, adding things like wheat, beef, and eggs. Of course, the original diet is still very active. Most meals now are served with a side of rice, or most of it's just sushi in itself, which is seaweed wrapped with rice and raw fish. So the original diet is active, but it has a lot of new ideas that they work with to make it more delicious. We're going to go on to some games and some fun pastimes that I learned on my nifty little adventure. I attempted origami, but I am not the best at it. Unless you need a ninja star, then I'm the person you should talk to. The game that I learned is called Ohajiki, or marble tossing. This game is also pointed towards females, but it's also a lot of fun. So if you ever want to learn how to play it, the instructions for the game will be in the description box below if you ever want to check that out. So we're gonna move back on to culture. If you ever go to Japan, definitely check out the gardens. They are the most beautiful things in the world if you're into plants and things like that. If you're allergic to some of them like me, take some allergy medicine before you go, because it is a heyday for allergies to act up. I also took in a lot of information about some of the traditional geishas and the samurai. Some of the geishas, if they were seen in street clothes outside of the home, were executed way back in the day. So now there isn't really a punishment to it, they're just kind of there for show. A lot of them are within families of original geishas, so they take it a lot more seriously. The samurai, there's shows you can go to at some of the gardens, and they'll teach you a little bit about it, and they'll give you like a little battle scene kind of thing. It's nice and fun to watch. And another thing that I learned about was the traditional tea ceremony. That's also headed by mostly female, but males can take the place to do it if they want to show respect to an elder of someone's family, to get permission for marriage and things like that. For what the Japanese learn in school-wise and with traditions, it would take us almost 3 years to learn what they know in a matter of months. So now we're going to take a look at some of the fashion choices that they have in Japan. The fashion alone is believed to be one of the most evolved in Japan. It's been highly modernized for now, but it keeps the traditional styles, like what the geishas wear and everything, for celebrations and special events. So that's my little spiel on my adventure to Japan. If many of you are wondering why I had gone, it's because I thought it would be a really fun thing to do, and I've always wanted to go there. So that's it for now, and I guess I'll talk to you later, and I'll catch up with you on some of my latest adventures. See you guys later.